On your business model, we can see that you generated almost $13 million in revenue last month. How is this revenue generated, and who does the value accrue to?
So this chart is mainly showing our swap fees. So on DEX swaps, there's a 0.3% fee. The people who are paying that are the people who are exchanging assets on Osmosis. The current place that it's accruing to is entirely to the liquidity providers. There might be some split down the road on liquidity providers and sort of sending to validators or delegators to validators. There's no concept of sort of the team fund in this case. All protocol revenues go to the protocol, and in this case, we define the protocol as the community and the key stakeholders. There's a second type of I would call it protocol revenue that isn't pictured here because it's not been existent until very recently, which is transaction fees. For the first almost year of operation, Osmosis basically subsidized all the transaction fees, mainly because they were so low, and there were other ways to incentivize validators. But slowly, we're rolling them back in, and the goal here will be that as Osmosis expands its chain sort of set of applications across outside of just a DEX, maybe into a stable swap. And we can get into sort of next launches soon as well. But as the application set expands, there will be more value captured by transaction fees than there will be by swap fees on a single DEX.
Exciting. And these transaction fees go to the protocol, so they accrue value to token holders, right?
Yes. So they would accrue to stakers and people who delegate to validators.
Yeah. So the 0.3% fee on all swaps goes to liquidity providers, which we can see here as supply side revenue. And then in the near future, we'll also be adding transaction fees here, which you will be able to see as protocol revenue.
Correct.
And one more thing on swap fees, you mentioned there's a possibility for some kind of split down the road to have a portion go to token holders. Is this something that's relevant right now, or how are you looking at that?
I mean, we can implement something like that. I don't see it as a likely or necessary step, at least in the near future, just because it would, at the end of the day, be up to protocol governance to decide on something like that. And Osmosis's community treasury has been growing steadily. Instead of doing, I guess, taking a cut of swap fees, we have been taking 5% of all sort of inflation of Osmo, which will sort of convert or will drop down every year. We'll go through a thirdening and will eventually cap at 1 billion Osmo in total supply. But until then, alongside that, the protocol's treasury will be building as well. So it won't be directly cutting into liquidity providers' revenue. They are, in some sense, first-class citizens in Osmosis.